Health and Healing, international author, lecturer, also the executive producer of a worldwide concert event called the Concert for Living Waters Live H2O. And I welcome you now to the wonderful, charming, incredibly inspired, and very informative Dr. Leonard Horowitz.
That was very sweet. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Hi there. How you all doing? Woo! Well, we've got the best of the best news and also the worst of the worst news. Which would you like to have first? The worst. You want the worst. Isn't that spoken like a true human being, right? Engaged in multimedia propaganda programming. This is a real mini presentation today about the real Da Vinci Code. Love the real Da Vinci Code. I have, for those of you who probably know me, I have 16 books. This is my 16th. It's called Love, the real Da Vinci Code. This presentation today is mostly about water. So I brought my 15th book, which is called Walk on Water. And those books deal with the most wonderful, profound information about how to literally take ourselves and this planet back for the love of God. And it starts, as you probably know, most of you, it starts from a process within. And this process that has been going on for most of you for many years now, so you've been purifying and perfecting yourselves and developing awareness and consciousness and lots of love in your heart. You're opening your hearts more and more, and you're experiencing already an amazing shift that's taking place. It's an acceleration of a spiritual renaissance, in essence. And it's an exponentially, like, you know, you look at the universe, everything is spinning, like DNA is spinning and spiraling. And essentially, it's actually mathematical based. I'm going to share with you the math, how it all works. In essence, I've got an hour to share with you the great news after I give you what you wanted, the bad news. You're looking at a Da Vinci drawing that you will not find in the complete works of Leonardo da Vinci as your coffee table books published by the mainstream media that is currently on sale at Barnes & Noble and chain bookstores. This is a picture that Leonardo da Vinci drew that's been suppressed because it speaks to the truth of what's taking place in the world, and you'll realize that it's not changed since the time of Da Vinci, late 1400s. What you see here is a drawing that was a birthday present for the Borgia family. At the time of Da Vinci, of course, he was working for the Roman Catholic Church. At the same time, he was working as a top military weapons contractor for the first crime families on the planet, the people who started to make money off of war. And so the Borgias and the Medici family, interestingly enough, the Medici family, powerful family, Jewish family, instilled 5 popes into the Vatican, and maybe that explains why the Pope today still wears a yarmulke. I don't really know. But the reality is that the reality is that Da Vinci drew exactly what's taking place on the planet. You have a division between the religious world and the political world. You've got a manipulation of the population that is currently engaging the gross deception, this thing that we call physical reality. And in essence, you have the pagan bull, a symbol of Baal, the symbol for fertility god, which currently represents the symbol of the Roman Catholic Church. And that image is seen carrying the tree of life across the stormy oceans, controlled by the royalty of Europe, who stand in the crest of the eagle all over the planet. So this is in essence what we're witnessing today, and when you take a look at what's taking place on the planet in terms of the genocide, it's really not just genocide in the strict definition in Webster's, which is defined as the mass killing or enslaving of populations for profit, politics, and or ideology. That's Webster's definition of genocide. So obviously we have profiteering off of humanity's suffering that's being advanced by the military, medical, petrochemical, pharmaceutical cartel. And that it's not just about killing humans. It's about pan-genocide or omnicide. It's essentially when you're now talking about genetic manipulation. You're now talking about various species, so many on the brink of extinction, like we are as human beings, and we're dealing with omnicide. This term omnicide translates itself into everything, including the music that you listen to today. One of the beautiful things that we've discovered in decrypting the real Da Vinci Code is that there is a musical note, a tone frequency, called A440 Hertz tuning. That is the standard tuning. When you turn your radio on, you listen to any music, from rap to rock and roll to classical. You're listening to it played in A440 Hertz. Well, where that source is from is back in 1918, the Rockefeller family and the Rockefeller Foundation, funding the arts, paid for the American Federation of Musicians to institute A440 tuning. It was not very successful. The world's leading musicians screamed, say, how can you do that? We have Baroque music, we have all these wonderful music played in different tunings. Well, they didn't have a good time of it, so they gave it over to a publicist, a propaganda minister by the name of Joseph Goebbels, propaganda minister for the Third Reich. And so that propaganda administered by Goebbels eventually got the world to literally create the standard tuning of A440, which, if you understand bioenergy and you understand biophysics, it puts a resonant frequency block from here down. So if you're wondering why the world today has gone literally egoic into paganism, honoring the false gods of medicine, of science, the false gods of popping magic pills to cure every ill, you realize that all of this egocentrism that cuts the heart off has been primarily done by the changing of the frequencies by which we literally thrive. And so I'm going to be sharing with you the real Da Vinci Code. The real Da Vinci Code deals with the musical, mathematical matrix of the universe. The real Da Vinci Code deals with water and water science and hydrosonics, how it's all coming out of water. In essence, it explains why I'm going to give you the best definition of who you are. You are a digital, that's mathematical, bioholographic, biology, holograms. You know what a hologram is, right? A digital bioholographic precipitation. Like a little nidus in the clouds suddenly begins to precipitate into a drop of rain and drops and falls to earth. That's precipitation. A digital bioholographic precipitation, crystallization, water. 80% of your Holy Spirit-filled temple's full with water. Water is a tetrahedron structure. It's a liquid crystal superconductor. So you're a digital bioholographic precipitation, crystallization, miraculous manifestation of divine frequency vibration coming out of water. Now, this is another Da Vinci drawing. It's of a Moses-looking character. He called it Old Man Water. Moses' name means, Hebrew translated to English, saved by the water. And that here you see Moses' staff is stuck down into the water watching the swirling. That Da Vinci is studying the science of the swirling of water. And it's the same science that deals with the world's leading today mathematicians and physicists who have identified literally the cosmic frequencies and literally the sound of creation. And the sound of creation happens to be 9 core creative frequencies. That's all she wrote. Think about it. If you were God, would you make things simple or hard? Simple. Exactly. There's only 9 numbers in the universe. And in fact, it's even more simpler than that.